As you guys know, I did something that I wasn't so proud of a couple of days ago. I went to Woolies and I bought myself this chocolate bar. It's usually $7, but it costed only $2.50, and that made me think like it was a good deal. But that's the trap that they want you to fall into, because they know that they can justify charging $7 for this because it's retail price. So they're trying to get you hooked onto it at a lower price, so that when they raise it up to retail price, you're going to be thinking about all the good times you had with that chocolate bar, and that's probably going to be the death of you. So a business like Woolies, they probably got one of these 5-year plans or even 10-year plans for their business, and part of this plan is like I guess gaining more customer loyalty, and I guess tap into like this price conscious market. So company like Woolworths, even though they're a recognized brand, they still have this market that hasn't been tapped into yet. It's like this very super price sensitive market, and by lowering their prices, they're tapping into this extremely price sensitive market that they haven't before. And by tapping into this market, they're increasing their customer base and increasing repeat visitation. So here's something that I've been wondering. When Woolies sells their product for like 70-80% off, are they taking a loss on each unit that they sell when they're selling it for the 70% off? And something I heard is that with the next gen consoles, they're taking a loss on these all digital consoles that they're selling. Like, they just remove the disk drive and like ridiculously lower the price to make people think that it's a good deal. And this is the trap that they want you to fall into. They want you to get deceived by this lowered price. But the trap that they get you into is they get you with this price. They get you through the gate with this price, and they nickel and dime you for everything you're worth. Like through obviously games and accessories. And this reminds me of like these games that are becoming popular, like these games as a service. A lot of them are free to play, but they have all these characters and accessories and things that you can buy. And so people go into the game with like basically no plans on spending any money because it's free, and they end up losing everything. They started off thinking that it was going to be something free, and they end up losing everything because of these microtransactions that keep them buying more and more. So it's like this. So like basically with these big companies, they'll go so far as to make something free to get you hooked, and then they'll nickel and dime you for everything you're worth. Like these people buying thousands of dollars of V-Bucks to buy accessories and characters in Fortnite. In my books, we find out that the God of Blessings has been cursed, and because of this, Gandalf, the evil wizard, is able to hold Triss hostage and get what he wants from Tristan, which is for him to give him the diamonds of divination. And at first Tristan begins to think that it's the only way to save Triss, but then he finds out that the God of Blessings, Hestia, is actually hanging in there. And so Tristan says for Gandalf to go ahead killing Triss, and so he begins, but the God of Blessings stops him. And this got me wondering, how's the God of Blessings hanging in there after Gandalf said that he was cursed. And I realized that it had to do with Tristan's love for Triss. It was like this different kind of blessing. And it was just a blessing that Hestia needed to overcome the curse that was on him and protect Triss. And so this is the best way that I could think of to explain why the God of Blessings was still hanging in there after Gandalf said that he'd been weakened by the curse on the diamonds. And I think this is a good plot point because it's not just developing the plot, but it's also developing the relationships in the story. And it's nice when the relationship development isn't completely disconnected from the main story. Like usually it's through their experiences in the story that their relationship develops, and if they don't develop together, then like the romance side is kind of disconnected from the main story, and they need to feel the two developments need to be intertwined, I feel like. I got an email and I learned that they were having this review of my performance at Hotel Indigo, and I knew that I was in like a 3-month probationary period where they were kind of evaluating my performance to see if like I could be a long-term asset for the company, or if I'm basically just a liability that the company needs to get rid of. And so based on what I've gotten from the managers, I don't feel like I did very good. They've been complaining about me a lot, and I feel like they're gonna have a lot of trash talking to do about me in this performance review. And it doesn't feel like I have any choice but to go to this and hope for the best. Of course, it could go well, and they could increase my pay to $50 an hour, and they could increase my hours and make it $50 an hour. And of course they could promote me to hotel manager. And I could be the guy in the office watching everyone else work. I'm getting paid $100 an hour to watch people work.